Packing luggage on the motorcycle is not always an easy task, especially if you have an adventure bike, which does have racks and plenty of space for storage, but it's trying to figure out the best way to pack the stuff that you want to bring. So in this video, I wanted to talk to you about my favorite purchase I made for this bike this year, and that is this bag right here. It is the Hood 24 tail bag from Mosko Moto, and I absolutely love it. Why did I go with this bag specifically? Well, there's a couple of different reasons, but mainly it being its versatility, its ease of use, and its solid construction, as you would expect from other Mosko bags. I have their backcountry panniers, and I have their tank bag right here as well, and I've loved them all. So when Mosko announced this bag, I was like, you know what? This might be the perfect bag for my needs. And this is specifically to my situation, so you might have a better way to set up your tail on your bike, better way of packing stuff onto the back of it. But this specific bag worked really well for me, and that is for one big reason. And that is I wanted an easy and convenient way to pack my camera and bring it with me on trips. Before I got this bag, what I would do is I would strap my backpack, my camera bag, onto the back of the bike, and it was always a pain in the ass to try to undo the straps, to try to get it balanced on there, make sure it's not moving, make sure it's not going to fall off. And if I wanted to stop and take a picture, I'd have to undo all the straps, open the bag up, get the camera, redo it so it looks nice and neat on there, and take a photo of either the bike or wherever I'm stopped. So that led me to try to find a better solution because I did not want to deal with that anymore. Luckily, just in time, Mosko came out with this bag. And I thought, hey, this might actually be exactly what I'm looking for, and it turned out to be the case. What I like about this bag is the fact that I can easily fit a smaller shoulder camera bag in it. Check this out. Just pop the lid open. There's a protective cover that you can take out if you need to, and boom, there's my camera shoulder bag. I can take it off the bike and I can carry it with me if I want to go and walk around a little bit and take some photos, or if I'm going to be away from my bike and I don't want someone to steal my camera, I can easily take it out and take it with me. The other nice thing is that if I do have this in here, I can just open the top section, take my camera out, take a few photos, close it back up, and boom, easy. I don't have to fiddle with any straps. I don't have to fiddle with any weird balancing issues or anything like that. I can just take it and get the camera out, take some photos, and pack it back. Excellent. And I still have plenty of room up front to pack additional stuff. I put like a med kit in there, put some of my camping supplies in there, put like a drone in there, a GoPro bag, any kind of thing that I kind of want to keep on my bike. And because it is a tail bag, if I drop the bike, which I have on a trip earlier in Idaho, it stays put. It doesn't touch the ground. Everything in there stays where it is. And it doesn't quite move. I don't really have it strapped down too solidly right now, but it's enough to stay on the bike. It's got 4 straps, 2 in the front and 2 in the back, and once you cinch them down, this bag is not going anywhere. The advantage of this bag versus like a aluminum top box from Triumph or even a Pelican case is that it is significantly lighter. It was also about half the cost and almost half the weight. In addition to that, I figured that if I ever decide to get rid of this bike and sell it and get a different kind of adventure bike, I can still take this bag with me and just put it on the new bike. Now, let me go over some of the features of this bag and what I really like about it. First of all, like I said, it's super easy to get in and out of this bag. You just have these 2 clips right here on the sides, and you can cinch them down so the top stays nice and closed. Unclip them, pop the top open. Underneath the top, you have a little bit of fabric that you can zip up to protect your stuff from dust or from rain, from other things, so it kind of stays nice and clean. And the nice thing is that you can remove this, so if you don't want it in there, you don't have to have it. Inside the bag, I have it configured to how I would pack my stuff. I have my camera bag, but also inside you will find a few nice additions. So it's got these foam kind of thicker foam dividers in here. And if you're a photographer or a videographer, or if you worked with like camera bags, you'll find these really familiar because you can just Velcro them in and out of there, pull them out, and kind of configure the bag to how you want to use it. I basically have it set up so the back of the bag keeps my camera, my little camera shoulder bag, and then in the front I have three compartments for miscellaneous items. And you can move them around how you want. You can take them in and out. You can have more or less space. And what's really nice is if you don't want that foam compartment in there at all, you can take the whole thing out. However, it makes the bag a little bit less rigid. And speaking of the rigidity, I think it's fairly rigid for being a non-hard case bag or top box. It is more rigid on the bottom, so it doesn't flex at all when you cinch it down or when you put it on your tail rack. But the rest of the bag is a little bit more flimsy. But this material is super, super thick, and I don't see anything really getting through it. You know, if someone really wanted to steal something, they can probably cut through the bag or just take the bag with them. That's the way you take your valuables with you. But overall, I don't think it's going to get damaged from falls or rocks or anything that you might hit just from general riding. On top of the lid, you have some MOLLE webbing, so you can add additional accessories, strap things down to it. It's even got a little attachment hook. Mosko says it can be used for a helmet or for, you know, attaching anything else you want to it. It's got some Velcro on the front and back for adding some patches. It's even got this Velcro up front, so you can add a little pad, so if you're riding two up, you have your passenger can lean back against it. And then on the inside of the lid, you have just a mesh zippered pocket. You can put whatever smaller items you want in there. I keep some band-aids in there because you never know when you might need a band-aid. That's just what I happen to have packed in there on my last trip. And that's pretty much it. And to close the bag, it's this kind of interesting clamshell design where the top overlaps the bottom part, creating this nice little seal. And there's even a little bit of resistance when you try to close it. So I am confident that it's pretty well sealed, and Mosko claims that it is 100% waterproof, and I have not been caught in a downpour with this or have gone any water crossings to drop my bike in like a puddle, but I would believe that claim because the material that's used on here and the way it closes, I don't think any water is getting in. And in order to take the bag off the bike, I don't even have to get rid of the straps all the way. It just has these little clips right here on the sides. Push them down, they unlock, you slide them out, and you can take the bag with you into your hotel room, campsite, or inside your house when you get back home from your adventures. So that is my quick little rundown of the Mosko Hood 24 tail bag. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I found this bag to be very useful, very versatile, and I kind of understand why people have top boxes on top of their bike because it makes it really convenient to just keep it on here at all times and to be able to pack some stuff in there. Things that I've been able to fit in it with outside of my camera is a couple of packs of beer. That's always a plus. A bunch of random knickknacks, a bunch of random like water bottles, my air pump, my toolkit, just everything basically. And I still have plenty of room in there. It's a very deep bag and it's a cube essentially, which makes it nice to pack because it's both got the depth and the width to be able to pack a bunch of different items in there. And it's simple enough that there's no various zippers or things you have to unhook or undo just to get into it. It's a clamshell. It's super easy to use and super versatile, and I am very happy with this purchase. So if you are looking for a tail bag for your bike, consider the Hood 24 from Mosko Moto. I think this thing retailed for about $360, so not the cheapest bag out there, but Mosko's stuff is built so well that I think it's worth the price. And this thing will probably last you for 10 plus years for multiple bikes and multiple adventures. And, you know, it'll still look like this. Maybe a little bit more sunburned and a little bit more beat up, but I don't think it'll tear or rip. It's a great bag, and I'm very happy with it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.